aimed at protecting consumer rights via the following ways. Programs such as Telecoms Consumer Parliament TCP, Consumer Outreach Program, the Town Hall Meeting, and of course through some informative literature such as our flyers or handbills and our pamphlets. We have available actually pamphlets that are interpreted in Yoruba, Igbo, and Hausa for the benefit of mass majority of Nigerians who cannot understand or English or not literate enough to understand contents of such documents. And then the right to safety. NCC had listed some type-approved equipment and devices on its website to guide the telecom consumers against goods that are hazardous to public health, and additionally, a number of regulations and guidelines have been put in place for consumer consumption. It is just not about making money for the service providers or for the regulator. The regulator has taken into consideration the need to protect consumers, the need to provide safety for the well-being of the consumers, and also the right to choose. There are handbills tagged GSM Cellular, making the right choice first, which are usually distributed at our programs, the TCP or COP and the town hall meetings. And then of course, if you visit the NCC offices, the zonal office, the headquarters, you will get the copy. The draft regulation on mobile number portability was put in place to give the consumer multiplicity of choice over networks. This stiffens competition and induces quality of service on competing networks. The consumer also has the right to be heard. The Commission's flyer on procedure for lodging complaints informs and guides the consumer on the procedure for lodging complaints and getting redress. In this area, the NCC has an MOU with the Consumer Protection Council, and to listen and follow complaints to a logical conclusion whereby resolutions are met in favor of the consumer in almost all cases where the complaints are found to be genuinely unfair.
My question has to do with this issue of network expansion and the activities of some service providers in that direction. Over time, or in the recent past, if you go to some of the urban centers, you notice some set of people digging pedestrian pathways, walkways, and side ways to on the major roads, especially newly constructed roads. And these activities have been carried out without due regards for the proprietary rights of land owners or property owners. And of course, during such activity, which usually leads to strikes, communal strikes in some cases, and even exchange of fisticuffs between the owners of such properties on which the service providers are digging the roads, I want to find out what NCC is doing to ensure that service providers, even when they want to engage in digging of such, gutters or pathways on the roads, carry them along, have mutual negotiation, so that we won't have a situation whereby a service provider wants to expand and at the same time promoting communal strike.
Now, during the course of your presentation, you said failure to meet certain KPIs on key OS, that is quality of service. NCC asked MTN, Airtel to pay certain compensation to consumers. Now, to consumers, yes? Funds were asked to be protected, to be compensated, that is subscribers. Madam, you are a consumer and a subscriber. How much did you receive from your service provider? 2, how much do you know about payment made to consumers or subscribers that were, say, affected by the mess of the by service providers?
Persons are taken into Section 85 of the Act provides the right for a consumer to sue if dissatisfied with services provided by the operator. Though a lot of them have not taken that line, but we have received some letters in the Consumer Affairs Bureau coming from solicitors that are complaining on behalf of their clients. So to a greater extent, some people are aware But I think there's a need to create more awareness on the fact that consumers can actually go to court, they can actually sue if they believe that they have been ripped off their money, their credit, or the services they are receiving on the particular networks.
All right, Miriam Bayi is Director of Consumer Services at the Nigerian Communications Commission. And we brought her in against the background of complaints from consumers about service level here. And some of the things that she discussed, Fidel, also are the rights of the consumers.
First of all, the consumer, as they say, is king.
Okay.
Because you see, it's not just in telecoms, but across the tiers of the economy. Mm-hmm. Each time you make your first purchase, that is trial. Whatever you buy, that is trial. Mm-hmm. The second reason why you might have to go back to that shop is now experience.
Okay.
Based on the attitude of the sales people. And at that point, the issue of customer service becomes critical.
Yeah.
Do I have to go back? Mm. Do I have any reason, to stay away? Mm-hmm. Because if the people are nasty.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for you to want to go back to that.
Yes.
And you just might be unconsciously be thinking about an alternative service provider.
Yes.
And they said, because I don't want to get involved with those people. My experience there was nasty, was not okay. And if you have a pleasant experience somewhere, even when you don't really have an urgent need to go.
Yes, you just want to, stop by.
You just stop by,
yes.
Okay? And you can even discuss some minor issues with your services that can actually have waited, just to have that experience all over. I wonder, Fidel, why so many of these outfits do not realize that this is key to their business.
Yeah, because we have been used to monopoly business. Mm-hmm. When you have one service provider, he or she becomes the king.
Okay.
And he can tell you, if you like, you come back. And as you are going, it is all abuse and cost. And you ask yourself, why do I have to? I mean, what brought me here?
That's it. And well, even whether you are running a monopoly or whatever, isn't it always